Have you ever thought that something as small and ordinary as an egg could bring down an entire industry and make thousands of people sick? In 2010, on a farm in Iowa, a hen laid a perfectly normal egg. But within just a few weeks, this egg became part of one of the largest foodborne outbreaks in U.S. history. Thousands of people were hospitalized, millions of eggs were recalled, and powerful food industry executives ended up in prison. And behind it all was a tiny invisible killer, Salmonella. Today, we'll uncover the story of this microscopic criminal, a story of science, scandal, and survival. Imagine a crowded poultry farm. Thousands of chickens, thousands of eggs. Inside one of those hens, hidden in the digestive tract, lurks Salmonella. This bacterium is one of the most dangerous foodborne pathogens, sickening millions of people around the world every year. Fever, cramps, diarrhea, and sometimes death. The terrifying part? Chickens often show no symptoms at all. They keep laying eggs, while Salmonella silently passes into the yolk or contaminates the shell through feces. On farms with poor hygiene, this bacteria doesn't just stop at eggs, it spreads to animals, feed, soil, and even crops. Now, one egg leaves the farm and arrives at a grocery store. From there, it travels to someone's kitchen. Maybe it's fried, maybe it's boiled. But if it's undercooked, even slightly, Salmonella seizes the opportunity to strike. This microbe is remarkably resilient. It survives in cold refrigerators, damp conditions, and even dry storage. But its real battleground begins once it enters the human body. The first obstacle is the stomach. Normally, stomach acid kills most invading bacteria instantly. But Salmonella is clever. As soon as it senses the acidic environment, it produces acid shock proteins, protective molecules that shield it just long enough to slip into the intestines. Now inside the intestines, Salmonella encounters another defense, the immune system. White blood cells are waiting to attack. But Salmonella has evolved with genetic weaponry coded directly into its DNA. Buried within its genome are pathogenicity islands, clusters of special genes that build a microscopic syringe-like structure. Within seconds, this needle injects effector proteins into intestinal cells, forcing them to change shape and engulf the bacteria. Once inside, Salmonella is safe. It hijacks the cell's machinery, replicates, and spreads like wildfire. But the human body doesn't stay quiet. Those infected intestinal cells release cytokines, chemical messengers that call in reinforcements. Soon, fleets of white blood cells rush to the site of infection. This massive immune response causes inflammation, fever, cramps, and watery diarrhea. And while those symptoms feel miserable, they are actually the body's way of flushing Salmonella out. Most healthy people recover within 2 to 7 days without antibiotics. But not everyone is so lucky. Children, the elderly, and those with weak immune systems can suffer severe dehydration. And sometimes, Salmonella takes things even further. A rare but deadly strain, Typhi, doesn't just stay in the intestines. It hides inside immune cells, spreads to organs and tissues, and can even poison the blood. This strain causes typhoid fever, a disease that still kills over 100,000 people worldwide every year. Thankfully, vaccines exist for typhoid, but for other Salmonella infections, prevention is still our best weapon. Now let's return to 2010. Investigators discover shocking truths about the farm at the center of the outbreak. Filthy and unhygienic conditions, falsified labels, and even bribery of health officials. The result? Thousands sick, millions of eggs recalled, and the company's executives sentenced to prison. This case exposed how a microscopic bacterium could unravel an entire industry. Since then, the US has tightened regulations on egg production. Farms must follow stricter hygiene standards, testing, and inspections. In Europe, stronger measures like poultry vaccinations and mandatory farm testing have dramatically reduced Salmonella outbreaks. But the battle isn't over. Every day, people still eat raw cookie dough, soft-boiled eggs, or unwashed vegetables, giving Salmonella countless new chances to strike. A single chicken's egg, a microscopic bacterium. Together, they triggered one of the biggest food safety scandals in history. Salmonella reminds us that the world's most dangerous threats aren't always visible. Sometimes, they're hidden inside something as ordinary as an egg. So the next time you crack an egg, fried chicken, or toss a salad, pause for a moment and ask yourself, could this tiny killer be lurking here? If you found this story fascinating, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more real-life science stories that blend knowledge with thrill. Please like and share and subscribe.